Off a sweep of Miami, big one for you guys just to get those 2 wins in the wins column. How much momentum does that give you heading into this big NCHC quarterfinal?
Yeah, we talked about that on Saturday. We just wanted to play our best game, knowing that we've got big games coming up, and it's great to feel like we're playing well going into playoffs. So it's a big deal for us.
I know you sweep St. Cloud State earlier in the year, but it doesn't matter when it comes to postseason play. They always seem to ramp it up during postseason. What have you seen in their game recently? Any changes from the last time you guys have played them?
That's right. It doesn't matter. The last 2 games, it's playoff hockey now, and anybody can beat anybody. So we know we're playing a fast team that can play strong hockey, and they're dangerous if they're playing their best hockey. So we've got to play our best game, and if we feel like we do that, we're gonna get the result we're looking for.
You were able to clinch the homeless advantage for the quarterfinals. Just how big is that to be in front of the Lost and Lunatics at least 2 more times?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for our seniors, and we couldn't be happier playing in front of our home crowd and the Lunatics. So we're very excited.
How about you coming off a series with a goal against Miami, and last time you played St. Cloud State, I believe you had a goal as well. What is it about St. Cloud State that you like playing against them, and maybe gives you a bit of an advantage?
We like playing against everybody, especially when we're playing our best hockey, and we couldn't be more excited for the matchup and an opportunity to play in front of our home crowd in playoff hockey. It's going to be great.
Obviously, the pairwise rankings, if you glance on them, I don't know if Coach allows you to, but I'm sure some people do. You're sitting right there on that line. What could this weekend do for your hopes to continue the season past the NCHC Frozen Face-Off?
Well, we know we're in a position, we've put ourselves in a position where we've got a chance, and we just got to keep putting wins under our belt, and that's what we plan to do.
What is this team doing right now? What is the best part? What is, I guess, the best quality of this team right now? What are you guys doing the best, you think?
We're transitioning the puck very well, and we're managing the puck down low, and we got to keep doing that, keep getting pucks at the goalie and making them make saves, and if we do that, we're gonna keep having success.
You guys were in a similar situation last season, hosting here at home. What does the team need to do differently to get to Minnesota this year?
I think we gotta jump out. We gotta play the way we've been playing. That's allowed us to have success. We got to keep them off the board, and I think if we manage pucks and we compete the way we're capable of competing, we're gonna do well. We're playing a strong opponent, and we know that going in, and we need to have the respect I think we do have in the room for this team, and we got to come out and play our game, and that's what we plan to do.
All right, Coach, 2 big wins over the weekend, sweeping Miami, CCHA rival, now NCHC rival. How big were those wins?
Well, certainly for a couple of reasons, the wins were significant. First and foremost, we need the wins. We need the points at this time of the year. We were attempting to secure home ice in the playoffs, a goal that we had at the beginning of the season. So we realized that on Friday night with the win and the fact that St. Cloud had lost against Duluth. We were in after Friday night. But again, you're playing to win every game that you play and to increase the chances of getting into the national tournament. So it's special significance on that side of it for Saturday night. And certainly a big part of this weekend, it was the last games that our seniors played at Lawson Arena here. So it was our senior night, a recognition of our seniors. And for them to go out as winners and to have our guys step up the way they did as seniors. I mean, you look at the contribution Hugh McGing, our captain, made, and just the 3 goals and an assist, the energy he played with. And Cam Lee played his best game as a Bronco hockey player. He, not just the fact that he set a record with 5 points as a defenseman, but the fact that he was moving the puck quickly, getting it up ice, and defended just as well as he created offense. So a couple of real big wins for us, and obviously anytime you're moving into a playoff round, you want to go in feeling good about things, and we certainly did on the weekend.
St. Cloud State coming in, obviously you swept them early in the year. That doesn't matter now. Playoff hockey's playoff hockey. So what do you expect to see this weekend?
Well, St. Cloud State's probably been the team since I've been here as the Bronco coach that's given us the most problems and have beaten us in the majority of games we played against them. Certainly beating them early here just after Christmas was a great thing for us to find a way to to beat them because we've had trouble doing that. So a lot of respect for their team, the pace they play with, the type of goaltending that they get, and certainly they've got one of the top defensemen in college hockey, and Aiken on the blue line there. So a lot of key ingredients and a very, very good team. So it's going to require our very best if we want to continue playing this year.
Very, very similar situation to last year. You hosted the NCHC, weren't able to quite get to Minneapolis. How do you change those fortunes this year and punch that ticket to Minneapolis? What is it going to take?
Well, 2 wins, to be very honest with you. I mean, for us to advance, we've got to win 2 hockey games. And Colorado College came in here last year and played very well. And it wasn't a matter of us playing poorly, but at this time of the year, you need to be very good. You need to make sure that you're got all the players going, that you're playing the right kind of game, that you're not cheating on any side of it. And I think a little bit last year against Colorado College, we'd done well against them in the regular season, and our intensity level maybe in the first game wasn't there, but it certainly was after that. And we lost the third and deciding game in a game where we had the puck most of the hockey game, and they did the scoring. So going to have to be at our very best. Let's be ready to go from the drop of the puck and recognize, you get into scenarios in a season where they're must-wins, and must-wins are only when it means you don't play anymore if you don't win. So these are must-wins.
Coach, you've been in playoffs in just about every level of hockey, from youth hockey to collegiate hockey to professional hockey to international hockey. Can you describe the difference between postseason play and regular season play in terms of the importance?
Well, again, the fact that you're not playing anymore if you don't win is a huge factor. You can't prepare for the following weekend, or you can't say we're getting better, we're finding our way here. You can't say that because you don't get to play those extra games unless you win. So that's certainly the biggest thing. I think the one thing that we have in the NCHC is our league is so good, and so the teams are all of the same ability level that you got to be at your best all the time. So I think when you play in this league, you're prepared for playoff hockey. And certainly last weekend it was Miami. It was an arch rival, and we won the hockey games, but we knew Miami was going to compete and battle with us all weekend. So you have to be at your very best, and you have to know again what's at stake.
Your team's playing at a pretty high level right now. You're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. You've gone through some times where you haven't scored, but if you take the whole body of work from the start of the season to now, the goals have been there, and hopefully that continues.
Well, I think the big thing is you trust your players, and you've got guys that have scored, and we've certainly got a group of guys now. For a while there, it didn't look like we were going to have anybody more than 20 points, Robin, and now we've got a lot of guys that have really stepped up. I mean, I think Hugh McGee's at 35 right now, and we've got a number of guys that are creating offense. And I think the big thing with our team is our ability to generate offense over 4 lines, and all 6 defensemen can generate points. And that makes you a tough matchup in terms of who does the other team put their best checking line on, who do they have their best defense pair out there. And if you can catch them in matchup scenarios that favor you, it really helps being able to have 4 lines you can use like that.
Normally in postseason, special teams are obviously a factor, but a lot of times there aren't as many penalties called in the playoffs as there are during the regular season. But I know you want to work on your penalty kill this week. I know that was a bit of a concern.
No, our penalty kill, to be honest with you, is a major concern. We have to be better at it this week, and certainly the best way to do that is to not take penalties. And we've been better at that certainly since Christmas in eliminating unnecessary penalties. And we took a couple in the series against Miami we'd like to have back. And, even with that, we just haven't had the percentage numbers on our PK. But, we're working at it. We're talking about it as a coach. It's not one coach that's just responsible for the PK. It's our whole staff, and it's me as the head coach. When it's not working, it's my responsibility. So I got to make sure we fix it. We're analyzing our personnel. We're analyzing what we do from a tactical perspective, and we fully expect to be at our best this weekend against St. Cloud on the penalty kill. And again, the best thing is just don't take unnecessary penalties. A penalty that's taken in the playoffs has to be a necessary one to stop a scoring chance.
you guys did the work to get the home ice. Now it's important for the community to come out and for the university and the student body. The season ticket holders, postseason play was included in their packages, which was a good move by the administration at Western Michigan. And now you need those students to come. And we've had 2 generous donors step up and pay for a block of tickets for our students for Friday and Saturday. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be here.
The building's going to be packed this weekend. I'm convinced our fans have not supported us all year to not be here for us this week. And our group of men has played some tremendous hockey here at Lawson. It's the best entertainment value in this city, and I'm sorry for all of the other entertainment entities that we have, but it is the best entertainment value in the city of Kalamazoo. So come out, support us. We fully expect it to be full.
Finally, what kind of series do you look for with St. Cloud? They're a tremendous program, great tradition.
Yeah, number 1 in the country last year, and you don't forget how to win. They're going to come in here loaded. They realize that they want to be playing in St. Paul the weekend after at the Frozen Face-Off, just like we do for our league championship. And both teams are going to go after it. And bottom line, we can't control the way that St. Cloud plays, but we can control our effort and our commitment and what we do this weekend here. So you support your players, you believe in them, and come Friday night, and you and I'll talk before the game, Robin, and as a coach, the hay's in the barn. Now it's up to players to get it done here, and we'll be there to give them some in-game stimulus, but ultimately you trust and believe in your team, and we've trusted and believed in our guys. And again, it's our seniors. We've got a number of upperclassmen that have been here before. Let's make sure we do it right this year and get to where we want to go.